In a recent podcast episode, renowned rapper and media personality Joe Budden sparked a captivating discussion on cryogenics. During the episode, Joe engaged in a lively conversation with his co-hosts, delving into the concept of freezing bodies after death and the potential for future resurrection.
Off of this topic, but not off of this topic, I'm going to just say this really quick, not to be discussed. Wealth, I love them. Wealth says it costs $28,000 to deep freeze your body after death so that it can be preserved for later on when they think of the right chips to put in this and you can come back.
Man,
that was all?
It was more than that. It for me.
Bullshit. How much it cost?
No, it was more than that. It's more than that. If you want to go there and go to the other place and preserve your body with all of its organs, that costs more. This is just your dead body.
But to take the organs out?
To freeze you alive versus freeze you dead. Yes.
After a period of time?
Yes. If you're alive,
it's interesting.
So now you're just going to get frozen while you're alive?
Yeah. That's a different price. It's a different price.
Fuck that.
I'm cool.
I
Have
didn't even
they
know you could
tested
do that.
freezing people and unfreezing them years later?
How they going to do that?
Still be alive.
Technology don't exist yet.
You won't know in 2023.
Yeah.
Come on, conspiracy guys.
But
They never
watch
woke
the
a nigga
movies.
up.
you don't have $25,000 for the option of hope?
No, I can think of much better. No, I'm cool.
Hey, shut up.
I'm cool.
Yo, this is the worst topic to do that cool on.
What cool shit, Joe? I don't believe in none of that.
No, I'm saying you wouldn't want that to be an option for you. You say you think of a lot better things to do with $25,000 like
I ain't
that?
going to hold you. I think that 2060 box might be right.
Okay.
I need
Listen. It's been
Why
amazing.
you gotta be him?
It's been such a great show.
Great show.
Yo, sorry it has to end. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Like,
do you know what they're going to be doing? It's going to be girls with two mouths.
it's fine.
20 years.
Jesus
Don't
Christ.
worry about it.
Only
It's
got
fine.
one dick.
I'm a fine sleep. It's fine. Well, you got Future is up if you think he coming back with one. You think he coming back with one dick? This freaky ass nigga?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Not
You're
at
right.
all.
You're right. Monkey man.
Yeah, this guy,
Grab you out, right?
the original man.
Mouth at the bottom of their box.
What is wrong with you, bro? Yo, this boy-
In a recent and exhilarating edition of the podcast, the one and only Joe Budden took center stage and delved into a mind-boggling discourse on the enigmatic subject of cryogenics. Oh, what a spectacle it was! Engaging in a mesmerizing tête-à-tête with his esteemed co-hosts, Joe masterfully dissected the notion of freezing bodies post-mortem and the audacious concept of potential resurrections. This veritable tour force of linguistic acrobatics shall now unravel the layers of this captivating discussion, igniting the synapses and tickling the cerebral faculties. Our illustrious wordsmith, Joe Budden, known for his unfettered expression and a penchant for unabridged candor, swiftly redirected the conversation to the realm of pecuniary matters. A co-host, by the name of Wealth, dropped a seismic revelation, proclaiming that a staggering sum of $28,000 is required to plunge oneself into an icy abyss, preserving the corporeal vessel for eons to come. Ah, the intrigue! Yet, our sagacious orator, Joe, a natural contrarian, promptly interjected, debunking this notion with unimpeachable authority. He espoused that the expenses escalate further should one venture into the realm of organ extraction prior to the icy submergence. This added dimension unveiled the intricate tapestry that shrouds the arcane world of cryogenic preservation. Amidst this symphony of discourse, Joe, the skeptic extraordinaire, fearlessly voiced his doubts, disdaining the entire edifice of cryogenics. His words resonated with incredulity, casting aspersions upon the very notion of freezing and thawing lifeless forms in the epochs yet to unfold. But Joe's skepticism did not wane, for he artfully weaved a tapestry of whimsy, playfully inquiring about the practicality of bestowing vast fortunes upon the preservation of one's frigid self. He humorously contended that such a colossal sum could be better allocated to a cornucopia of alternative endeavors, cascading into realms of infinite possibility. Nevertheless, amidst this mirthful banter, one of Joe's co-hosts valiantly defended the allure of this enigmatic option, ardently advocating for the tantalizing prospect of preservation and prospective rejuvenation. Thus, a stark juxtaposition emerged, with Joe's skepticism butting heads against the optimism of his companion. Undeterred by this divide, Joe resolutely dismissed the subject as unworthy of further intellectual excavation. He cheekily turned the conversation toward fantastical musings, conjuring images of beings adorned with multiple orifices, or even contemplating the improbable resurrection of the rapper future, endowed with extraordinary and perhaps outlandish anatomical augmentations. This medley of jest and levity imbued the discourse with an air of entertainment, showcasing Joe's mastery in infusing moments of levity into the most intricate of subjects, thereby carving an indelible smile upon the visage of his audience. As the podcast reached its crescendo, Joe bid adieu to the audience, expressing his gratification for a splendid performance. This gracious acknowledgement underscored his innate ability to strike an equilibrium between profound deliberations and moments of joviality. The discourse on cryogenics, a focal point of this podcast episode, served as a veritable font of contemplation. Through the prism of Joe Budden's inimitable perspective, we glimpsed his towering skepticism and an indomitable spirit, ever ready to challenge the established order. On one hand, cryogenics offers a tantalizing proposition of potentially extending human life or even achieving future resurrections. Proponents argue that by preserving the body or brain at ultra-low temperatures, it may be possible to revive individuals in the future when medical advancements have advanced significantly. This idea appeals to those who yearn for a chance at immortality or wish to bridge the gap between present and future technologies. However, cryogenics also faces significant scientific, ethical, and practical challenges. From a scientific standpoint, the process of freezing and thawing can cause cellular damage, making successful revival uncertain. Furthermore, the technology and infrastructure required for long-term cryopreservation and subsequent revival are still in their nascent stages, with many scientific hurdles yet to be overcome. Ethically, cryogenics raises questions about the allocation of resources and priorities in healthcare. The substantial costs involved in cryopreservation can be exorbitant, making it an option accessible only to a select few who can afford it. Critics argue that these resources could be better utilized to address pressing issues in healthcare and improve the quality of life for the living. There are also philosophical considerations surrounding cryogenics. It challenges notions of mortality and the natural progression of life and death. Some argue that death is an integral part of the human experience, and attempts to thwart or cheat it may have unforeseen consequences on the fabric of society and individual well-being. This animated dialogue laid bare the diverse range of opinions and personalities that converged upon the podcast's virtual stage. The clash of viewpoints engendered an intellectual maelstrom, propelling the audience into the intricate labyrinth of considerations surrounding cryogenic preservation, a topic that incites fervent cogitation. Joe Budden's thought-provoking prowess, replete with his passionate and unadulterated expositions, serves as a clarion call to interrogate scientific advancements and societal beliefs. His skepticism acts as a lighthouse amidst the tumultuous seas of seemingly miraculous concepts, urging the discerning mind to traverse uncharted waters. In the denouement, this podcast episode stood as a bastion of both intellectual stimulation and amusement. It presented cryogenics as a tantalizing subject, worthy of exploration, irrespective of the divergence of opinions regarding its feasibility. Thus, The stage was set for a resplendent voyage into the far reaches of human imagination and the kaleidoscope of existential possibilities.